Welcome to the Canadian Citizenship Practice Test. The practice test is designed to help you to familiarize with the actual official Canadian Citizenship Test. You will need to answer 15 out of 20 questions correctly. A 75% pass mark is required to pass the practice test. Let's go through the 38 randomly selected practice test questions towards your preparation for the Canadian Citizenship Test. Chapter 1. Rights and Responsibilities. A. Rights and Freedom. Which one of the following is not a source of the law present in Canada? A. English common law. B. U.S. federal law. C. Law passed by Parliament. D. French Civil Code. Answer. B. U.S. federal law. Canadian law has several sources, including laws passed by Parliament and the provincial legislatures. English common law, the Civil Code of France, and the unwritten constitution inherited from Great Britain. Number 2. Immigrants between the ages of 15 to 54 must have the knowledge of A. English. B. Métis. C. French. D. Both A and C. Answer. D. Both A and C. Those willing to become part of the Canadian culture between the ages of 15 and 54 must have adequate knowledge of both English and French. Number 3. How old is the tradition of ordered liberty that Canada contains? A. 1000. B. 800. C. 700. D. 900. Answer. B. 800. Canada contains 800 years old ordered liberty, which dates back to the signing of the Magna Carta in 1215 in England, also known as the Great Charter of Freedom. Number 4. Whereas Canada is founded upon the principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law. This phrase underlines the importance of A. Religious tradition. B. Dignity and worth of a human person. C. Both A and B. D. None of these. Answer. C. Both A and B. Whereas Canada is founded upon the principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law. This phrase indicates the importance of religion, as well as moral values and traditions to Canadian society and the dignity and worth of the human person. Number 5. Who are regulated by the laws in Canada? A. Individuals. B. Governments. C. Both A and B. D. None of them. Answer. C. Both A and B. One of Canada's founding principles is the rule of law. Individuals and governments are regulated by the laws and not by arbitrary actions. Number 6. Together with Canadian law inherited from the past, Canada has an 800-year-old tradition of ordered liberty which dates back to the signing of A. Magna Carta. B. Fleur-de-lis. C. Charter of Independence. D. There was no signing. Answer. A. Magna Carta. Canada contains an 800-year-old tradition of ordered liberty, which dates back to the signing of the Magna Carta in 1215 in England, also known as the Great Charter of Freedoms. Number 7. To become part of Canada, what's the age limit for a person that must have adequate knowledge of French and English? A. 12 to 25. B. 14 to 84. C. 18 to 54. D. 16 to 62. Answer. C. 18 to 54. Those willing to become Canadian citizens between the ages of 18 and 54 must have adequate knowledge of French and English. Number 8. Under oath of citizenship, to which person do the Canadian citizens swear their allegiance? A. Prime Minister. B. Governor General. C. Sovereign. D. Premier. Answer. C. Sovereign. In Canada, we swear our oath of allegiance to the sovereign. Number 9. The Constitution of Canada was amended in which year? A. 1982. B. 1997. C. 1947. D. 1980. Answer: A. 1982. The Canadian Constitution was amended in the year 1982. Number 10. Through habeas corpus, a person can challenge unlawful detention by the state. It is derived from which law? A. German common law. B. English common law. C. French common law. D. Italian common law. Answer: B. English common law. The right to challenge unlawful detention comes from the English law. Number 11. According to the law, which of the following gives a person the right to challenge unlawful detention by the state and imprisonment? A. Habeas corpus. B. Magna Carta. C. Civil law. D. Parliament law. Answer: A. Habeas corpus. Habeas corpus gives a person the right to challenge unlawful detention. Number 12. Who is Canada's representative? A. The people. B. The sovereign. C. The Governor General. D. The Armed Forces. Answer: B. The sovereign. Canada's personified by the sovereign. Number 13. The Constitution of Canada was amended to entrench which Canadian Charter in 1982? A. Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedom. B. Canadian Charter of Crime and Punishment. C. Canadian Charter of Citizens' Responsibility. D. Canadian Charter of National Allegiance. Answer: A. Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedom. The Constitution of Canada was amended to entrench the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedom. B. The rights of Canadian citizens. Number 1. From where did the rights and responsibilities of Canadian citizens come? A. Future. B. History. C. Recent wars and political dominance. D. Every government decides its rights and responsibilities. Answer: B. History. Canadians have rights and responsibilities that come to us from our history, are secured by Canadian law, and reflect our shared traditions, identity, and values. Number 2. Which one of these religions has greater rights in Canada? A. Islam. B. Christianity. C. Judaism. D. They're all equal. Answer: D. They're all equal. A fundamental attribute of Canadian heritage and identity, Canadians celebrate the gift of one another's presence and work hard to respect pluralism and live in harmony. Number 3. What's the status given to multiculturalism by the Canadian Constitution? A. It shouldn't exist. B. It's prohibited to celebrate it. C. It should be celebrated. D. It should be ignored. Answer: C. It should be celebrated. Canada celebrates the gift of one another's presence and works hard to respect pluralism and live in harmony. Number 4. Mobility rights states: A. That Canadians can live and work anywhere they want. B. That Canadians can enter and leave the country freely. C. That Canadians cannot live and work freely in the country. D. A and B. Answer: D. A and B. Canadians can live and work anywhere they choose in Canada, enter and leave the country freely, and apply for a passport. Number 5. What does the Constitution of Canada say about Aboriginal people? A. They cannot be overruled by it. B. They are subordinate to it. C. They're not mentioned at all. D. They don't have equal status according to the Constitution. Answer: A. They cannot be overruled by it. The rights guaranteed in the Charter will not adversely affect any treaty or other rights of freedom of the Aboriginal people. Number 6. Which of the following states that English and French will be the official languages of Canada? A. Great Charter of Rights and Freedom. B. Great Charter of Dominion. C. Great Charter of Independence. D. Great Charter of Queen. Answer: A. Great Charter of Rights and Freedom. According to the Great Charter of Rights and Freedom, English and French will be the official languages of Canada. Number 7. Which languages have equal status in the Parliament and the government? A. English and Portuguese. B. Hindi and French. C. English and French. D. Japanese and Métis. Answer: C. English and French. English and French languages have equal status in the Parliament and throughout the government. C. Citizenship responsibilities. Number 1. Taking care of the environment is the responsibility of A. Government. B. The Queen. C. Every citizen. D. None of the above. Answer: C. Every citizen. Every citizen has a role to play in avoiding waste and pollution while protecting Canada's natural, cultural, and architectural heritage for future generations. Number 2. What are the 3 responsibilities of Canadian citizens? A. Recycling of plastic, serving in armed forces, being loyal to the British Empire. B. Must be fluent in English, voting in elections, part of any union. C. Buying Canadian products, minding your own business, using less electricity. D. Obeying the law, taking responsibility for oneself and one's family, serving in a jury. Answer: D. Obeying the law, taking responsibility for oneself and one's family, serving in a jury. Serving on a jury, taking responsibility for oneself and one's family, and obeying the law are the responsibilities of Canadian citizens. Number 3. In Canada, serving on a jury is A. Compulsory. B. Applauded. C. Not allowed. D. Dangerous. Answer: A. Compulsory. When called to do so, you are legally required to serve. Serving on a jury is a privilege that makes the justice system work, as it depends on impartial juries made up of citizens. Number 4. The right to vote comes with the responsibility to vote, which means that every Canadian should vote in A. Federal elections. B. Provincial elections. C. Local elections. D. All of these. Answer: D. All of these. The right to vote comes with a responsibility to vote in federal, provincial, or territorial and local elections. Number 5. Helping in the community and volunteering helps A. Get everybody involved. B. You make friends and contacts. C. Developing working and social environments. D. All of the above. Answer: D. All of the above. Millions of volunteers freely donate their time to help others without pay, helping people in need, assisting at your child's school, volunteering at a food bank or other charity, or encouraging newcomers to integrate. Volunteering is an excellent way to gain useful skills and develop friends and contacts. Number 6. According to the government, which of the following is above the law? A. Queen. B. Prime Minister. C. Nobody. D. Governor General. Answer: C. Nobody. Nobody is above the law. D. The equality of men and women. Number 1. In Canadian courts, any statement against women due to cultural traditions will be A. Applauded. B. Applied. C. Disregarded. D. Agreed. Answer: C. Disregarded. Any statement against women due to cultural traditions will be disregarded. Number 2. In Canada, when is forced marriage of women permitted? A. When she turns 18. B. When she becomes dependent. C. Under all circumstances. D. Under no circumstances. Answer: D. Under no circumstances. In Canada, forced marriage of women is permitted under no circumstances. Number 3. In Canada, what's the status of men and women under the law? A. They're not equal. B. They're equal. C. They are equal under some conditions. D. They are not equal under some conditions. Answer: B. They're equal. Correct. In Canada, men and women are equal under the law. Number 4. Which of the following is prohibited in Canada? A. Making multiple properties. B. Having more than 2 children. C. Female genital mutilation. D. Service in armed forces. Answer: C. Female genital mutilation. Canada's openness and generosity don't extend to barbaric cultural practices that tolerate spousal abuse, honor killings, female genital mutilation, forced marriage, or other gender-based violence. Number 5. Spousal abuse, forced marriage, honor killing, female genital mutilation all are counted as A. Person's personal problems. B. Crime in all circumstances. C. Crime under some circumstances. D. The court doesn't deal with these issues. Answer: B. Crime in all circumstances. Canada's openness and generosity don't extend to barbaric cultural practices that tolerate spousal abuse, honor killings, female genital mutilation, forced marriage, or other gender-based violence. Those guilty of these crimes are severely punished under Canada's criminal laws. E. Defending Canada. Number 1. Serving in any armed forces for Canadian citizens is A. Compulsory. B. Not compulsory. C. Mandatory. D. None of these. Answer: B. Not compulsory. There's no compulsory military service in Canada. However, serving in the regular Canadian forces, Navy, Army, and Air Force is a noble way to contribute to Canada and an excellent career choice. Number 2. People who are unable to perform full military services in Canada: A. Can perform part-time. B. Can't apply. C. May be abandoned by the government. D. May lose their jobs. Answer: A. Can perform part-time. You can serve in your local part-time Navy, militia, and air reserves and gain valuable experience, skills, and contacts. Number 3. The safety of Canada's North is ensured by A. RCMP. B. Navy. C. The Canadian Rangers. D. Police Department. Answer: C. The Canadian Rangers. Canadian Rangers help keep the north of Canada safe. Number 4. The teenagers who can't join the Canadian Army can become A. A cadet. B. A police officer. C. A nurse. D. A driver. Answer: A. A cadet. Young people can learn discipline, responsibility, and skills by getting involved in the cadets. Number 5. Serving in the military and other defending forces in Canada is A. Compulsory. B. Non-existent. C. Applauded. D. Looked down upon. Answer: C. Applauded. Serving in the regular Canadian forces, Navy, Army, and Air Force is a noble way to contribute to Canada and an excellent career choice. Number 6. Which of the following is the name of the military forces in Canada? A. Canadian Rangers. B. Canadian Forces. C. Canadian Army. D. None of these. Answer: B. Canadian Forces. There's no compulsory military service in Canada. However, serving in the regular Canadian forces, Navy, Army, and Air Force is a noble way to contribute to Canada and an excellent career choice. Number 7. Which of the following is a noble way to contribute to Canada and an excellent career choice? A. Serving in the Canadian forces. B. Serving in the government. C. Serving in political parties. D. Serving in a medical institute. Answer: A. Serving in the Canadian forces. There's no compulsory military service in Canada. However, serving in the regular Canadian forces, Navy, Army, and Air Force is a noble way to contribute to Canada and an excellent career choice. Thank you for watching. You've now finished with the practice test for Chapter 1. Congratulations if you got all the answers correctly. If you got some wrong, please don't be discouraged. It's an opportunity for you to practice again, and you have the potential to pass. By taking all our practice tests and using our video series, you'll be better prepared for the final test. Take our other practice tests, and you'll be on the path to pass. Good luck, and we look forward to hearing and reading about your success.